What's good, fuckers? Welcome to week 2. No news Monday. Let's wait until around 6 a.m. Sounds like ready here. Potential entry right here, actually, that we missed. All good. Go into these untaps. No pointer. Here's a pointer. Off this 1 minute FFVG. It's on the ES2, so just because it's in a range of FFVGs, we are going to only buy for 3. Looks like we are rejecting. Here's a pointer against us. I'll take the loss of 36. Sweat pointer, small range. I'm not going to take the reverse position here just because I'm a retard. That was beautiful. Wick into these untaps. Do we create a pointer to the upside? No, we dump. Back up. Is that a pointer? No, it's not. Create some untap inverses. Go into that range of untaps. Go through them. Go back up. Holy moves. Not gonna take that pointer. Ooh. Is this a pointer? Cannot tell. It is not on ES. It is on the 4 minute and the 3 though. So I'll take 3 here. Sweat pointer, mark out this level right here. Buy for 3 more. Beautiful. Alright, back to the 5. No untaps for quite a while though. A little bit of rejection there. No pointers against us. Yeah, still looking good. Next candle. Create some low time frame inefficiencies. I'll trim out of 2 here. Back up. Back down. A little choppy here. That's not the pointer we ended. Beautiful. 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 God damn. Alright, we went through these untaps. Oh wait, no, we created. No, these are embers. I think we trim out. We'll trim out of 2 here just because we're up fucking 14. Wick into those. Keep it going. Wick into those. Point to the downside off this 1 minute untap. I don't have the reverse position button, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to close out of this one. Sweat pointer will sell for 3. Mark out this level. Head to a lower time frame. If this will load, that would be appreciated. All right, we get some inefficiencies in our towards our range. We also break this level, so I'll sell for 3 more. Kind of want to see price close below this though. There we go. Let's head back to the 5. First untaps are pretty far away. Nice. Check for IFFEGs. Just a little bit. We'll just move this line down here so that we can kind of know the range. See if we get any reaction there. Otherwise, we're just going to keep this going. Dump. Dump. We hit our first set of untaps right here, so I'm going to trim out of half these. Holy fuck. I mean, no exit conditions quite yet. Check some other time frames. See if we got a pointer off that. Check yes, just to make sure. Okay, there was a pointer right here, so we should have been out. Oh, we could have saved a lot of bread here, I think. You know. What are you gonna do? I think I'll just get out here. I'll take that. Okay, it was a pointer anyways on the 6 minute on MNQ. Damn. Okay, yeah, looking good. Nope. Create some self-mades right there. Wick into them. Do we create a pointer to the upside? We create a pointer to the downside. We didn't tap into anything new though, so we're not taking that. Wait for a sweep. There it is. Man, we could have low-key stayed in this. Maybe I should have just trimmed a little bit at that 4-minute pointer on ES maybe. Don't actually know if it was off untaps. Okay, these are untapped. Three-minute sweat pointer in FFEGs and a small target. We're gonna stay out of this. Still didn't get anything on NQ. And we're really close to some untaps, so we're just gonna wait a little bit. Here we have a pointer reacting off of this. We didn't sweep. I'm gonna wait. A little choppy. Wait for us to leave this range. There we go. Okay, we're back inside of it. Let's see if these were untapped. That could be a potential entry. They are not untaps, so we're just gonna stay out for now. Nothing there. Really PO3 right now. Okay, some untaps. We're just in a lot of FEGs, no white space for us. Some self-mades. tap into them. Close, no cigar. Potential 6-minute pointer. I don't know. 54, 1 o'clock. Yeah. So we have a 6-minute. On both time frames. We're just in a kind of a choppy range. I think I'll only take this one for 2. Into the 5. That's not a full exit condition. I'm still going to trim out of one of these though. Low time frame inefficiency against ourselves. No proper exit conditions. We're too PO3 for me, so I'm going to take this loss. Swept and created a pointer. We're just in so many FFEGs and in the PO3 range. I'm just going to wait until we get out of here. Very choppy. Very choppy. Some potential movement. Okay, we have a lot of untaps right here. Those are not untapped, so we're just going to keep waiting. Today's still Monday. Didn't see any news there, but I had no reason to take this pointer. We didn't react off anything, so. Looks like that 2-minute IFFEG sponsored the move, but I'm not taking a trade off of a single 2-minute IFFEG, especially if it's been tapped. Okay, a whole lot of self-mades right here. Getting close to them. We go into them. Sponsors a little bit of bullish movement. Okay, we're gonna check for a pointer now. No entry conditions there. EQ range. That pointer doesn't count. Pretty efficient price action right now. Not taking anything here. Okay, there's our hour-long break. Potential move to the downside there. Nope. Okay. Still not taking anything here. Tap into these untaps. Do we create a pointer to the upside? 5. Let's check some other time frames. No. No. Nothing. Check ES. Bearish. Bearish. Nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there to react off of. Okay, we're on the 3. Whoops. Oops. Not checking that. We built a fat buffer. Okay, we tap into these, I believe, and create a pointer. Not a pointer on ES, unfortunate. There is a 4-minute though. Get a lot of size here. Yeah, we're just gonna get out. We lost 70 bucks. Nope. Up 2,500 on a single day though. That's beautiful. There we go. New range. Oh yeah. Fuck. Want to see some directional movement here, not some consolidation. Yeah, this is just a little fucking shappy for my liking. That's a self-made. No wick to create a pointer off of. There we go. Yeah, I would love to leave this range. Okay, it made those. No retest of the FFEGs quite yet. A lot more self-mades. Huge wick. Okay, some self-mades here. I believe these were untapped until we got to them. It's not, doesn't appear to be a pointer on ES. Potential 4-minute there though. Nothing on a 6. 4 and 3 look decent on ES. Alright, we'll sell for 3 here. Oh shit, I didn't realize this is into untaps. We're just gonna set our TP tiny then, I guess. 50 bucks. Okay, we hit our TP. I just wasn't comfortable taking anything more into that range. Apparently didn't matter, but it's just not something I noticed beforehand. Get into these untaps here. Not seeing anything worth taking here. I don't think ES is. I'll just go back to NQ. Wait some more. And a whole lot of FFEGs here, so I'm not really looking to take anything quite yet. Waiting for some white space. Hopefully we move to the downside or something. Alright, wick into those untaps. Create a pretty fat swept pointer into some these are tapped FFEGs. Again, a tiny target. We'll take this for 3, but I'm not really liking this. Because this sweep would have reached the untapped on ES, I believe. Yeah, I mean, not that that means anything, but just saying this is a low confidence trade. I'm gonna go to ES. We got to those untapped, so I'm gonna trim out of one of these contracts. No extremely valid exit conditions right now. It's just, I feel like we're gonna fly to these untaps first. Yeah, we're just gonna get out. Sweat pointer off these untaps. Check yes. Appears to be some, questionable pointer here. We'll take this for 3. Sweat pointer, mark out the level. Let's see what we do here. Low time frame inefficiency. We'll slice back into one of these. I believe this was untapped, so I would have trimmed one here, but price went back down, so we're not going to make as much money on here. Saw one. Pointer, I don't think this is, oh, we're still on the 2. We're going to head back to the 5. Not necessarily a good exit. We'll just take it because we're up money right now. Don't believe that pointer was off and untapped. Totally could have been. And it's the next day. Now we're at Tuesday, May 19th. 12 a.m. So we already saw that. And then we have 6:30 CPI. Take a look at what we are for that day. 2,600. 2.5. Max drawdown at 227. Look, I only had a 50% win right there, but I mean, most of these were like break-even trades. Most of the losses, I mean. All right, we're just gonna low-key just wait for that CPI to hit at 6:30. Pretty choppy range, potential entries here, but it's okay. 6:30 has passed, I believe. Nope. A few more candles. Okay, a little bit more white space. A lot of self-mates here. Wick into them and create a pointer. Check yes, also a pointer. We'll get in for 3 here. Immediate rejection. That's not beautiful to see. Some pointers against us too. I don't think there was anything here. We're gonna see how messy this range is. Oh, disgusting. Okay. I'm pretty willing to just close this, take the loss. What about a little bit sooner here? Keep going. Okay. A little choppy for my liking. Wait for us to leave this range. There we go. Some self-mades right here. And a lower bullish untapped right down here. Nothing there. It was a pointer off of a sweep, but it's okay. We don't take those. We should have. Self-mades right here, wick into them. I believe these, or this was untapped for a minute, and then we wicked into it. No potential for a pointer to the downside here. Holy shit, maybe. Oh, we're on the fucking 4-minute. God damn it. Alright, yeah, this looks like a decent short. Check ES, not a pointer. Nothing on ES. I'm gonna go for a 2 contract sell here. Yeah. Huge wickage into these untaps. I mean, I guess I'll get out of one. This is tiny. Okay, I'm not gonna get out of this. No reason. There we go. There's the pointer in our opposite direction though. We'll buy for 2 now. Bang. That was the market open, but we got our entry conditions before that. Didn't mean to check the 2. Whole lot of bullshit on ES. We're just gonna call it. Take the 240 there. Only a 2 contract trade, but you know. Pointer off these. These are tapped though. Check ES real quick. No pointer. No pointer. 3-minute. Yeah, another low confidence trade I'm gonna get in for 2 as well for here. It's also a tiny bit of a sweep. Check the 2-minute. See if we break this range. What the fuck was that? Low time frame inefficiency. We're gonna call it. Go back to 5. Yeah, that was a 5-minute pointer. This looks pretty choppy. Oh shit, huge jump. Whole lot of self-mades. React off these. Didn't tap those. Not taking that. choppy bullshit. Some self-mades. I don't think we didn't sweep that candle, so I'm gonna stay out of this short. And I don't think it was off on the tap. I just not always paying attention. Again, I just don't think that was off and untapped. I need to pay attention to those a little bit more though. Very, very efficient. Self-mades. Wiccan. Don't see anything here. Tap into that. Go right through it. Not taking anything here yet. Okay, so this 5-minute FFEG was untapped until we wicked into it and created this pointer right here. Looks good. Good on Isis as well. Let's hop in for 3. Immediate pointer against us. I'll sack that. In a choppy range. Okay, we could have waited for a little bit of that noise to clear out. That pointer wasn't reacting off anything, so it wasn't a valid exit condition. But we didn't get any more exit conditions that would have been better. It doesn't look like it, and we would have been fucked here, so. Get close to this range. Plow right through it. A lot of self-mades right here. Wick into them. Move to the downside. Let's check some other time frames. 3-minute pointer. Check ES. 3-minute as well, but not a huge fan of this. We'll sell for 2. In a choppy range, so. Dump. We hit these untapped, so I'm going to take off a contract. Pointer reacting to those. Get out of this trade. And then we can buy for 2. Let's check ES. Also pointer. Immediate rejection, back up, create some low time frame inefficiencies, pass them, create some low time frame inefficiencies against us. Trim out of one of these. Looks like that's a pointer off an untapped actually. So I'm gonna get out of the whole thing. And then we're just in a choppy range, so I'm gonna get out of here. Wait until price moves out of here. There's our hour-long break. Some self-mades. Move to the downside. Fly back up. Perfect. Perfect. Self-mades. Oop. In a pretty dirty range of, okay, so, I can't tell. Alright, so we probably could have taken this trade. If we had a close that was a little bit higher, I would have been confident that this untap got created like with this black candle, and then when we wick into it and create the pointer, I would have been more confident there. Just because they're like literally on the exact same price, I'm not taking that, but I mean, you can see for yourself it moved, so probably a cleaner setup on ES if I had to guess. Immediately rejected anyway, so not a bad trade to miss out on. A lot of self-mades right here. We do get a pointer. We never reach back into these, so I'm not going to take this short. Would have been a huge short. Absolutely dumping. Sweat pointer off this 5 minute. In a range of IFFEGs. I'm not loving this. Even though it's on ES as well. I think we sit this one out. But there you go. So now we get a pointer to the upside off that. Check ES. Oh, really? Okay. A little divergence there, so I'm not going to take that long, but fuck, man. Probably could have taken a 2 contract trade right there. Size in on that pointer potentially. I don't think that's reacting to anything. Alright, we have some self-mades. We're in a close range though, so gonna kind of wait for shit to move a little bit. Okay, wick into these untaps right here. Create a 4 minute. Four minute is on ES as well. Just because we're in a range of FFEGs, I'm not confident to take any more than 2 for this buy. Not a sweat pointer. See if we can create some bullish inefficiencies. There we go. We're already in this untap range, so I'm going to get out of one as well. These are some smaller trades, but they are lower confidence. We are in a tight range of FFEGs, so no issue just taking small ones like this. Stalling a little bit. There's that pointer. I'm going to get out just because it's a small, low confidence trade and we have all this mess. So technically this didn't react off of an untap though, so not crazy exit conditions there. In fact, we get a pointer to the upside. So yeah, I should have stayed in this trade, but I'm not too mad because I'm only in for 1 contract, so the margins were thin to begin with. Anywho, get a pretty crazy dump. Yeah, so this 5 minute got created with this candle's closure, so it's not tapping in and creating the pointer, even though that kind of looks like a sexy move to the downside. No untapped on this pointer, so we're not taking that to the upside. Hit those untaps. Move back down. We could have checked some other time frames. I'm not loving the FFVG mess we're in right now, though. Would love to leave this range. Can't complain a whole lot, though. It's a pretty beautiful Asia session, so. About to reach the next day, so I'll just click till we get there. Okay, next day. Now we're on Wednesday. $12 a.m. CPI, but we already passed that, and then we have 12 p.m. FOMC. See what our P&L is looking like. Only gained a little bit of dough. Pretty much a break-even day. We gained $105. So, right down 727. All right, let's get this next day started. I'm just gonna wait until 6 a.m. again. Pretty choppy. $6 a.m. We're not looking great. I'm gonna let this ride for a little bit more until we get some clean white space. Just staying in this range. There's open. We're just gonna start right here. This is just ugly as fuck. And we're in IFFVGs, EQ range. Alright, let me turn off this for a sec so I can see the candles better. So yeah, we had this untapped and we created a pointer off of it. Let's check ES. Nothing there. These actually look completely different. We did get a 4-minute. As well as a 6 right here. But this divergence isn't very attractive for me. Especially considering we're in this PO3 range. Maybe I take a 2 contract short this untapped right here. Given the FFVGs and IFFVGs we're in, I'm going to sit out of this trade. But there is potential here. It's just really messy. I'm going to stay out for now. But it doesn't look like a bad short. That was a pretty bun short. Glad we sat out. Believe we swept into these untaps and created this huge swept pointer. Given that we just had a pointer to the downside, again, I'm out of this. Should not have been out of this, obviously. Not a swept pointer. Huge rejection wick. If that means anything. It's fine though. Can't win everything. Turn off the toolkit again because I think we have another entry here. We wicked through these, so I think it mitigated that, but we do have a pointer creating an inefficiency. I guess that's an inverted efficiency. See what mess we're in. Pretty clean, not a whole lot here. In quite the mess of IFFVGs, we are gonna hop on ES real quick. We're getting the same signal here, so I'm gonna take this. Take this buy right here. It is very volatile, so gotta be careful. I do believe this is an untap. So we would have trimmed out probably around 248, which would have been 30 points higher. Yikes. I mean, what can you do? We're back testing here. We can't check everything. This is looking like a potential rejection here, though, so yeah. I'm just going to sit this one out. Very choppy here. If we had the nuts to sit through that, we would have been up a little bit. Again, it's just looking a little too efficient for me. Oh, I didn't write down this 730. Okay. Whole lot of self-mades right here. Let's see if we can do anything. Look into them. Check if there's a pointer here. No. No. Nope. Yes. Nope. 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 Okay. Nothing here. In another choppyish range-ish. Some structural pointers, doesn't really mean a whole lot. A lot of inverted FFVGs, see what we can do. Structural pointer, another structural pointer. We don't actually sweep into this. We can check if ES did. ES did, in fact, so we could take this. Only gonna go for 2 since it's only showing up on one symbol. Terrible trade. I mean, no exit conditions there, but I don't like being in drawdown. Wasn't a great entry, so that's why I'm confident to get out early. A little bit of self-mades right there. We didn't tap into those. We can check if we did on ES. Again, at the same. Maybe on yeah, I'm charting on the micros just because I'm trading the micros. I'm trying to make backtesting as simple as possible for me so I can do it more often. Out of Dr. Pepper though. Let's chill. Now Spitz Cup. Just out of the sweat pointer, yeah. Not untapped. Not gonna take that. Again, not reacting to anything. That's just a structural pointer. Do see some movement to the downside. We sweep and we move up. Not untapped. Still sitting out of this. Okay, with the we add a small 5-minute untap right here. Wick into it. See if we create a pointer on any other time frames. Looks like we got a 3-minute. Check ES. Same shape here. Nothing on 5 and 6. 4 is looking pretty bland, and as well as 3. This isn't looking phenomenal, but I'd be willing to sauce 2 contracts at this. Tiny bit of a sweep. Let's go check, see if we can do anything here. Okay, that's not looking great. Okay, if we close over this, I'll get in for a few more contracts. This is looking pretty choppy though. I mean, it is only the 2-minute. Low time frame inefficiency. Take off one of those. See what the 5 looks like. We could have gone, yeah, we got some pointers immediately afterwards, so we would have been out a little bit earlier. All good though. Just a little too choppy for my liking. I'm gonna hope we can get ourselves to a new range here. Some self-mades. Wick into them. Nothing on the 5. 4-minute pointer. Isn't looking terrible, but just because it's only a 4, only gonna get in here for 2. And then the 4 was not a sweat. I don't think we got into any untaps there based on this. Inefficiencies in our direction, that's not terrible, not terrible. Potentially size in there. Too late now. And we get a pointer off this. It looks like a sweep. Yeah, so we swept and we got a pointer in the opposite direction. I'm just going to sack this trade, take the 60 bucks and run. Not comfortable with how efficient this is. Huge wickage. Huge wickage. Some wicked candles. We have news at 7:30. Not taking anything here. There's our break there. Tap into those untaps. I'm gonna click one more candle. Don't think we're gonna see anything here. Yep, we're just gonna actually call it right there. Go back to clicking through candles. Okay, I think we missed an entry here. So we had this untapped Wiccan pointer, but too late. Actually, we closed at the same price. Let me check ES. We did not tap in on ES though. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I can get in for 1 here, but probably shouldn't be in this at all. We're just gonna get out. I don't know why I even got in there. That was a pointer. Okay, looks like we could have taken this. Nope, no, I couldn't have. Terrible exit. We need the toolkit. What am I doing? Some self-mades, structural pointers, whatnot, just a lot of noise. Whole lot of self-mades. We have some untaps right here we could work off of. And we got some more right here. So we got a little bit and a lot of white space, so potential long here. We tap into this 5-minute FFEG. Let's see if we got anything cool. We got a 4-minute and a 3-minute. As well as a 6. Let's check in, or let's check ES. 6-minute. 5 minute. Potential 4 minute. And a 3. I haven't taken a 6 contract trade. Before I do so, I'm going to just check, see if this white space could be mitigated by, or not mitigated, but no, I think we look good. I'm going to take the 6 here. I am going to go to a lower time frame though, because 6 contracts is a lot. Okay, not bad. I probably would have trimmed at this. It is not a very strong one. Just because, oh, dude, I'm not even out the whole lot, but we're gonna give ourselves a little cushion for this next trade. I believe we just created some bearish and it actually doesn't look like we did. No, we did not. Alright, I'll click one more 1 minute. We didn't create anything there, I don't think. We're gonna hop on F5. Don't know if this candle's closed. We'll click one more. It's not. We should have exited earlier, but it's chill. Okay, nothing there. Ooh. No, I don't think that was untapped. There was no imbalance created there. Nothing worth noting either. Again, nothing there. I'm going to turn off these IFFEGs. They're kind of just near the normal FFEGs, so they're not entirely useful. In this PA section we got right here. Approaching midnight. Ooh, shit. Again, I don't think that was off and untapped though, so I think we're chilling there. Not taking a short there. Not taking a long there. Could have potentially taken a long there. Glad we didn't. Some self-mades. Plow through them. Some more self-mades. And then we tap in and create a pointer. This is at midnight, so I'm going to hop onto the next day. Now we're on Thursday, May 21st. A lot of orange. None of this seems super crazy. We'll just get the 9 a.m. written down. Okay. See what we're looking like right now. Okay. Pretty much break even again. We lost like $100. We are actually a single USD dollar, United States dollar. We're $1 above where we were Monday. This isn't accurate. We had a lot of break even. Yeah, so our Monday was really good, and then we kind of just been floating around. This entry doesn't look bad though. It's presenting itself on both equities, so potential 6 contract trade. I'm only going in for 3. Here's a pointer. We're just seeing some chops, so I'm gonna get out of at least one of these. Take my $30, I guess. Okay, I probably would have cashed out near these untaps right here. We do create some bullish inefficiency. I'll trim us out, get another 60 bucks under my belt. Okay, plow down. Just gonna get out of here. It's 125. Okay, we wick into these untaps right here. I'm going to check another time frame. See if we get anything money. No, we got the sweep after, so nothing on NQ. Check ES real quick. Nothing on the 6, 5, 4, or 3. So we're just, oh, no, there is some 3-minute entries here. Here's a pretty good 3-minute entry right here. But because it's such a low confidence trade, I'll just get in for 1 here. Only presenting itself on ES, and then just take, I'll go to the middle right here. Low time frame inefficiencies. I'm just gonna call it here. A little choppy of a range. I should have waited for a sweep there. My bad. And it presented itself on 1 time frame on 1 equity, so shouldn't really be in that to begin with. These aren't untapped. Not even a terrible long here, actually. We don't see the pointer on ES though. I'll set this one out, but kind of a nice long. Just if there's 0 white space, I'll take this for 1. Or I mean, if there's no, we'll set this one out. That wasn't a pointer, that was a doji. Invert some untaps right there, create a whole bunch right there. Invert those. Tap into them. See if we create a pointer off that. A 4-minute. Potential 3. Check ES. We have the 6. No 5. Potential 4. And the 3 there. So we'll take this one for 3. It's a swept. Wait. Head down to an even lower time frame. See if we can create some bullish inefficiency. And we close over that range. Tempted to buy for 3 more here. Not going to though. Could have sized in there. Pretty decent. Some reaction off these untaps. See if there's anything gross looking on any other time frames. Not seeing any reason to pull out here. Okay, we did enter these untaps though, so I'll take off a contract. Snag that 100 bucks. Fly towards these untaps. Go through these untaps. I'll take us out of another one. Just trying to be safe and line our pockets. Loki should have been more risky. We wick into those. We're just going to get out of here. 4-minute pointer off those untaps. So good exit conditions, and then there's some shit in our mouth. A lot of shit in her mouth. What the hell? So we're not going to take the reverse here. Don't think that pointer was off anything. Neither was that one. PO3 looking. Yeah, that's PO3. We're just going to mark out this range and wait for us to leave it. I only have 9 a.m. written down, but there's like a whole lot of shit. Here's some 6:30 bullshit, so this could have had some. Well, I guess we can see the actual since it's historical data, but regardless. Yeah, our 5-minute untap's all the way up here. Okay, we tap into these untaps right here. See if we create a pointer on anything. Nothing on 5 or 4. Nor 3. Nor 6. Let's check the ES real quick. Nothing on the 6. 5 maybe. 4 no. 3 no. We're not going to do anything here. Pretty contested range right here. Doesn't really mean a whole lot though. We sweep, create some self-mades, wick into them, check for pointers. Not. Yeah. Never mind. Alright. Well, here's potential entry right here. Let me check some IFFEGs. I see some potential for IFFEGs in here. Here we do. We got them right there. We'll just put a line on there so we can kind of take note of that. Get rid of this PO3 since we're out of there. Turn these off. Alright, so 5 looks good. 6 looks good. So does the 4, so does the 3. Let's check ES. Potential 3 there, can't really tell. Potential 4 there as well. Clean 5-minute and clean 6 minutes. We'll take this one for, I mean, we should take it for 6, but I'm a pussy ass bitch. We'll go in for 3. Maybe size in. Immediate pointer off of us. Skedaddle. Didn't tap into anything there as far as I know. Or there. Very choppy. Again, I'm going to wait for us to leave this range. There's some PO3 in here. We'll take this the closure range. Wait for us to get out of here, potentially. Staying in the range. Market opens about a hit. Some self-mades right there. Invert them. And mitigate those. There's the market open. Okay, officially left this range. Turn off the toolkit for a sec so we can see what happened here. No, because this wick goes down here, this isn't reaching off an untap despite being a pointer, so we're not going to take this. Turn the toolkit back on. There you go. So, glad we didn't take that one, obviously. A lot of self-mades there. Wick into them. Nothing there. Very choppy range here. We'll see if we can do something here. Pointer off of a sweep, but in just a very choppy range. Wouldn't be surprised if this goes, yeah, right back up. Buy side sweep. Invert those FFEGs. Wick into them. Let's see if we can move higher here. We cannot. We'll wait more. There's the pointer. The structural pointer didn't react off anything. Okay, kind of forgot about the 9 AM news, but there's no entry near there anyway, so not too concerned. Don't think those were on taps. It's a swap pointer into some FFEG mess anyways, so not a high confidence trade if that was an untapped. And no, it wasn't. We would have to have a candle closure. Maybe a lower time frame was untapped and we tapped into it, but oh well. Cold. Super fucking messy. Hopefully we can get some white space before I go insane. Alright, a little bit of a dump there. Get some self-made range. Ooh. Close into them. And plow. Whole lot of self-mades right there. Structural pointer. Very choppy range here. More structural pointers. And the market break is gonna take place here shortly. There it is. Tap into that range. Don't believe this is a pointer though. We can always check some lower time frames. Or some different time frames, so we can check the other equity as well. Nothing on the 5 or 4 on NQ. Or the 3. We do have a 6-minute pointer that looks pretty juicy. We'll check ES. Not looking great. This imbalance was also like way smaller on ES. Potential 4 there, potential 3 there. Not a huge fan of this. Six minutes swept. We'll get in for 2. Mark out the level. Again, I probably wouldn't take this trade, so I don't know why I am. Create some inefficiencies on our side. Tap into them. Shouldn't have entered this. PO3 is shit. We're just not moving. Not loving this at all. It's very choppy. We'll probably chop for a while. It's towards the end of the day. Tap in. Go through. Not loving our odds for a trade here. Very, very, very choppy price action right here. So that concludes. We're also on the 2 minutes, so I guess, yeah, fuck. Whoops. But regardless, we didn't move a whole lot. Like, this is just nothing. So that concludes the final day, Friday. Wait, no, now it's Friday. That concludes Thursday. Let's see what our P&L was. I don't even remember. Oh shit, we're up a lot. So now we're up 31.80.5. I don't remember taking a huge amount of trades, so I'll watch the video back and see what we did. Alright, head to Friday. Friday, I'm just going to say we got no news. There's a few orange candles throughout the day, but who knows? Still choppy. I'm just going to wait until 6 a.m. Let me make sure. 6:30 a.m. Very, very choppy. There we go. Like that. Okay, we went past our mark, but now we don't have to worry about the 6:30 news that did fucking nothing. So, yeah, we're going to call this no news. They're only orange candles or orange folders. A lot of self-mades there. Oh, there's a pointer there. Another pointer there. And we pop off. I don't love this because we tapped in on the previous candle before creating this reaction into a pointer. Yeah, despite it being a 5 and a 4, I'm going to sit out, especially given messy. There you go. Looking kind of choppy right here. Yeah, we're getting a lot of pointers in opposite directions. We'll wait for us to leave this range. All right, we swept that high. There we go. There we go. Some untap inverted. For this candle to form. Pull out through that. Some self-mades right there. Invert them. There's the market open candle. Didn't see an entry before market open. Move to the upside. It appears we're getting to all-time highs. Hopefully we don't reach that point. That would be ideal. Alright, we invert some. They stay. Okay, We're reacting off these. Let's see if we got anything cool though. Oops, shit. Fucking chair. Check ES real quick. We do get that pointer. Get that pointer as well. Only thing is, again, in a very messy range. Last time I took a 1 time frame pointer, got fucked. So live and you learn, don't take that one. Oh shit, that was good entry there though. We swept these and created a pointer right here. So you should have been in for a short, but then again, we're in an untap right there. So there you go, we react off that untap. Why don't trade in messy ranges? We want white space, we love white space. We love additive trims. Gave ourselves some wiggle room to work with. Unfortunately, we are approaching all-time highs here. And there's no untaps to the north to target, even if we did get a long entry, unless we get some self-mades. Pretty choppy. I'm gonna wait for us to leave this range. There we go. Some self-made right there. No wick to create a pointer into them. We tap into those, and we create the pointer. Now a sweat pointer in the midst of FFEGs. Granted, we already tapped into these. I'm gonna say this is a safe entry. A 6 on ES and a 5 on NQ. We'll take this short for 3. I just want to at least take one trade today, honestly. It's towards EQ range. Pretty comfortable. A little bit of bullshit. We are pretty choppy. We only barely left that PO3 range. There we go. There was a pointer here, not necessarily reacting to an untapped. Choppy bullshit. I'm going to get us out of 2. We can stand for 1 here, though. And that inefficiency gets created, so we're going to close the position. Ooh, shit. Looks like we're flying to ATH. Self-made right there. Could have been a long entry. Not entirely sure. Wouldn't have been a crazy move. Anyways. 60 points. Take it back. Jack shit. Structural pointers. Some self-made right there. Stays alive. Structural pointer. We're just in a fucking dog shit ass mess. There's the end of our day. Okay, I mean we only took 1 loss. It wasn't wasn't phenomenal. It was only like $100 or something. I'm just writing down some shit. And our total P&L on the week is 3025. I will gladly take that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm just kidding, you didn't watch this shit because it's bullshit.